What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be installing an aftermarket steering wheel, but first I do want to start off by saying thank you to Ultimate Motorsports for giving me this awesome opportunity to install this amazing steering wheel on my Honda Civic Si. They have lots of parts on the website, from headlights to taillights to front lips and grills, but what caught my eye was this, their carbon fiber steering wheel. This definitely was the last thing I needed to complete the interior of my Civic and to improve my driving comfort as well. Considering I commute 25 miles to work, this was a game changer. In all honesty, I was really hesitant on getting this part, mainly because I didn't know if this was going to be a hard install or not. And after looking at a lot of YouTube videos and reading up on vlogs and install videos, it definitely was really straightforward. For starters, we already disconnected the battery, did that off camera. So now you're gonna have two bolts that are gonna go, one that's gonna be in there, and the other one that's gonna be in, where are you? There. I believe it is a T30. So you're gonna go ahead and put that in there, you're gonna screw it in, and then you're gonna be able to pop off the airbag. Keep in mind, you also want to disconnect your battery, mainly because you don't want this airbag to deploy as you're taking it out. Then, like I said before, once you take those two out, they look like, I don't know, like a star, T30, I guess is what the bolt is. They came out pretty easily. This comes out, and you gotta be careful because it's still connected to the wires. Once you get it out, you gotta wiggle it out of that little hook right there. And then you gotta disconnect this, and you're gonna have to disconnect these two right over here so that this as a whole pops out. And from my understanding, you can use one of these like pick tools. I'm using this one right here, and you should be able to just wiggle it out. So definitely this pick really did help. So you guys see right here, I pretty much kind of wedged it in and pushed it out. And then right here, you see these white clips. Those move forward. So like, you see how it looks like it can move up? See right there? I pretty much moved it up and it popped right back out. So now, the airbag is completely off. Afterwards, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's like their ground for the steering wheel. And then all of this is going to be coming off as well. And then we'll go ahead and take off this one after. I was able to get that last one out, but be careful when you're taking it out because it is seriously in there pretty well. I practically stripped it, but I was still able to get it out. Just a heads up. Now this next piece is probably the ball breaker of this install. You either get past this or you don't, but it's really not that hard. You need a 10mm hex key so that it fits in there. Now, you have two ways to do it. You can use a socket wrench and hold the steering wheel as somebody pulls it to loosen up the bolt, or you can use a impact gun. I'm gonna try my luck with the impact gun, that way I don't have to hold the steering wheel, and we'll see how it goes. I ended up getting it. I definitely needed like a breaker bar to at least loosen it up first. I was able to do it with one hand. Hey, yo, I'm kind of out of breath, Jesus. Okay, once I got that out, or once I loosened it up, I pretty much used the gun to get the rest out. So now from here, I'm going to grab a Sharpie and I'm gonna mark it in here so that it lines up, so that I know this is straight. So this right here needs to get disconnected, and then you're able to take out the whole steering wheel. So now we're gonna go inside and start doing the transfer. So the next thing that we need to do, guys, is we need to take off this back piece right here. And because the screws are not where they're supposed to be, this is technically gonna be coming off pretty easily, actually. So you just need to be careful as you pry it off, and you want to try to like go even and distribute throughout the entire, I know, dude, I'm sweaty, it is hot, but you want to pretty much be careful as you take it all off. And this last piece, boom, that came off. Now you have a couple of hooks in there, or cables is what I mean. You're gonna want to disconnect those. So I already disconnected them a little earlier, so this was able to come off because this is gonna go in the back of the new steering wheel. The next thing you guys are gonna need to do is disconnect these two cables, because these are your steering controls. Blue is right. All right. Having this tool definitely helps. And I've had this probably for quite some time already. Okay. And just like that, everything is off. So as you're taking these plastic thing off, you got to be very careful. And I started like on one end and I started prying it off. I used my pry tool again just to make sure that the clips get off. You got to be careful because you can easily break this and you can easily scratch it depending on what tool you're using. So I was able to get one side off. Now I'm working on the other side. And again, this is very easy to break, so you just gotta like be very patient with it. I know there's different methods on doing this. I'm sure there's a way better method of doing this than how I'm doing it, but I'm learning the same way some of you guys are learning watching this video. I think I'm gonna need to take these off, this like carbon fiber overlay. It's definitely looks like it's giving it some trouble to come off. So I ended up taking this Amazon overlay off because it was slightly laying right on top of it. This all comes off, so I'm not too worried about that. Or I'll just get a new one to cover it to match them both. That way they're both new. But got that off. Now we need to get this off right here. So I've been putting the pin in there and like a flathead back there. And I'm pretty much like putting it back here and prying it out. Same thing as doing it in the front. So now this should be coming out eventually. You just gotta be really careful with this because the last thing you wanna do is break this piece and then you have to go to Honda and explain to them why you need another piece. So you just gotta like pry it evenly as it comes out. I'm pretty much going left, right, up, down, you know, like putting a cheat code on a controller. And boom, there's three like prongs or whatever you wanna call them in there. And now that's the bottom part. Now the last thing we need to do is get the steering controllers off. So this is how it looks from the rear. You have three nubs that are holding it in place. Again, as you're taking it out, you want to pry it evenly. On the other side, I figured pushing this down a little bit and then snaking this in was really helpful because it's such a small tool. I was able to like snake it all the way into the back and kind of like pry it back and forth. Like wants to come out, you just got to be really careful with it. Patience is key, guys. It'll be fine. It's gonna be held on anyways regardless, so it's not like it's gonna be popping out all loosely and stuff. Dude, I mean, come on, that is so much better. So now we're going to be working our way backwards. We're going to go ahead and put the controls. We're going to put the trim on top. We're going to put the trim on the bottom. And then we're going to go ahead and start putting all the cables back in here and work our way in reverse. Yeah, they went in pretty well. I pretty much held it backwards, guided in through the holes right here, and used both hands to just squeeze it in, and went in pretty easily. Now we just need to go ahead and do the bottom part. We're literally going to go in reverse. As you're putting it on, you got to make sure that this hook lines up with those holes, and this just lines up all in place. So now I'm just going to give it pressure and make sure everything goes in. Okay, so as a matter of fact, I ended up taking both sides off because for some reason when this was on there, this was keeping the trim from actually lining up perfectly. I guess it was overlapping it just a little bit, but yeah, I only need to take this one off, but I'll eventually do that one. But now both sides are off. I gotta clean that up with some Goo Gone, and I'll be chilling. So I'm pretty much trying to beat the sun because the sun's starting to go down now, but I put the 4 nuts in there already. I put that one in there already, the ground one. Everything lined up pretty well now that I took those stupid overlays off. You guys see the black line right there? Lines up with the red line right here, so this is gonna be baller. Okay, so this bad boy. Now we're just gonna put in here. I tightened it pretty well, so this is not gonna go anywhere. So we are set. Okay, last but not least, gotta be careful, don't drop this. I wonder if this is a bomb if you throw it. Anyways, you're gonna connect the 2 wires right there, and it's color coded so you can't mess that up. And then that last piece is gonna go right there. And that's it. And that's gonna be the last one. Okay. Dude, let's go back. This looks freaking sick, man. Okay, let me connect the battery, that way we can turn on the car and make sure all the controls work. Nah, dude, I messed with this heavy. Let's see. Yo. So girthy. That's what she said. Dog. Okay, we gotta go drive around real quick. Dude, this steering wheel is so baller. Like, it feels so great in my hands. I've always been a big fan of like the line right on top. So this is really cool. This is definitely what I wanted in terms of like comfort. Like, everywhere on the steering wheel just feels right. Does that make sense? And like I said it before, like, this is girthier, dude. Like, every part, you're 9 and 3, you're what, 2 and 10, 1 and 11. Even when you're like driving with one hand right now, making a right turn, every part of the steering wheel has so much grip. So good. I freaking love this, man. I really hate that I didn't do this sooner, because this definitely is going to be changing the driving experience for me. And I definitely feel like going around corners, because I can grab onto the steering wheel a lot better, would definitely, I guess you can say, improve. I don't know if that makes sense. It's not going to change the handling, it's just going to change the characteristics of you driving. Oh, what's up, Snack Pack? I don't know, man. Like, this, even grabbing it down right here, what is this, your 5 and 7? This feels really good in every single part of the steering wheel. So my old steering wheel, nothing was wrong with it. It started like, you know, when it starts fading from the sun damage on top, it started doing that. Having this, and hear me out. And this is gonna be off topic, but it kind of makes sense. When I had my Scion TC, my 2011, my favorite part of that car was the steering wheel. It had like the flat bottom, it had really, really good grips all around. That was one thing that I generally think Toyota did really good with the Scion, or at least with the TC. When it had that steering wheel, when I bought it, I was like, okay, I'm hooked. Now that I'm driving this again, it's just bringing me good memories of when I had that car. Comparing this from my old steering wheel, even stepping away from like how it feels, dude, visually this looks so much better than my stock steering wheel. Like, having them side by side, like, this is how it looked with it on, you know. And interior looks pretty cool, you know, like it has a little red every now and then. The Honda emblem definitely does bring it out. But then switching over to this aggressive steering wheel with a flat bottom, it's like a chef's kiss, dude. It's like the icing on the cake for the interior. I really think this is, like, the interior wise, car's done. If you're thinking about doing this type of mod to your car, honestly, just do it. Just make sure you have the appropriate tools and gear, and you'll be fine. Like, if I was able to do it, I'm sure you can too. There are definitely a lot of other more in detailed videos out there when it comes to installation. So there was one out there that I looked into inspiration. I think it's called Sal's Garage. So this guy definitely did a better step-by-step tutorial when it came to installing it on the car. And that's pretty much what I followed. I kind of just dumbed it down for myself. That way it's not too much in depth, because like I said, I was trying to beat the sun. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. Once again, I want to give a huge shout out to Ultimate Motorsports for sending this out. This is definitely what I needed. This is definitely what I wanted. So I will see you guys in another video. You guys have a good day. Peace.